Hi everybody, it's Nicole. For your workout today, the props you're gonna need is just a mat and then a chair. So let's get started. We're gonna start on our backs. So you're gonna come down to the ground. You're gonna rest your heels on top of the chair. If you don't like having your heels on top of the chair, it'll make it a little easier if you just have them resting on the ground. So you're welcome to do that as well. So with heels on the chair, we're just gonna start with a teaser series. So you're gonna reach your arms out, you're gonna roll up. Once you're up, you're gonna hold the position, you're gonna reach your arm up high, and rotate back behind you, try to tap your hand back behind you, and forward. We're gonna go to the other side, and forward, and then roll down. We're gonna do 5 of these. So scoop it up, reach your arm high, back, back, and down, that's 2. 3, 4, and last one. And that's 5. And what you're gonna do next is we're gonna go into a bridge series. So you're going to scooch in towards your chair so that you have about a 90-degree bend in your knees here. Hands are gonna be resting on the floor, head's gonna stay on the floor the whole time, and we're just gonna start with a roll up. So you're gonna try to kind of peel your spine slowly off of the mat. Once you're up, you're gonna reach your arms up and overhead and roll down nice and slow. So we're just gonna do 5 of these. These should feel nice. Up, overhead, and down slow. It's 2. Slow. 4. Last one. And 5. You're gonna stay in this position. You're gonna keep your hands on the ground this time. And we're just going to hold that bridge, stay up nice and high, and we're gonna march. So you're just gonna keep that bend in your knee, but you're gonna lift one leg, set it down, lift the other leg, set it down. So we're gonna alternate back and forth, counting each one for 10. So we're on 4 right now. 5, 6, 7, 8. Try to keep those hips nice and high. 9, 10. Good. Roll down slow. Slide that back. Good. So now we're going to stay in the same position on the mat. You're gonna extend your legs out straight. So on this one, again, to make it easier, you can keep your legs resting on the chair. If you wanna make it a little harder, you can lift them. If it's too difficult with your legs on the chair, again, you can have your legs just resting on the ground. So options. I'm gonna let my legs be lifted. What we're gonna do is very similar to how we started. We're gonna scoop up, have your legs lifted, and then rotate back. Rotate back. So we're gonna do this 5 times. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Now we're gonna come back to our bridge position. So again, 90-degree angle, bend with your knees, hands down by your sides, head resting. We're gonna lift one leg off. We're gonna do 5 single leg bridges. So you're just gonna keep that leg pointed to the ceiling, keep your other leg digging into the to the chair. And you're gonna lift up, nice and slow, and lower down. Nice and slow. You're gonna do that 5 times. 2, 3, 4. Last one. On this one, you're gonna keep it up. 5. Stay up on this leg. You're gonna point the toe of the leg that's reaching to the ceiling. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a bicycle. So you're gonna lower bend and kick it up. Lower, bend, kick it up. We're gonna do 5 of those. So that's 3, 4, 5, and then we're gonna switch directions. Really keep your hips up high. Try to keep them level. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you'll lower down nice and slow. Keep sliding on the chair. Okay. And then we're gonna switch legs. So we're gonna do the same thing. Right heel is now gonna be digging into the chair. Left leg reaching to the ceiling. Keep it nice and straight. Point your toe. Bridge up. And we're just gonna do the full bridge for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep it up on that 5th one. Keep that toe pointing. We're in a bicycle. 1, 2. Really squeeze your butt. Keep those hips high. 3, 4, 5. And then other direction. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Lower down. All right. Our next exercise, again, we'll have a couple variations to make it easier or harder. What you're gonna do is you're gonna adjust my chair. All right, so you're gonna have your top leg is going to be resting on top of your chair. You're gonna come up into a side plank here. So this is a little more advanced. If you feel it in your knee or anything like that, to make it a little bit easier, you can set the chair aside and you can do the exact same thing on the mat with your foot on the mat. So you've got options, but here on the chair, foot resting on top of the chair, other leg is gonna lift, meet the chair, and then lower back down. Lift and lower. You're keeping that nice side plank. Keep your hips forward. Squeeze your core. 3, 4, 5. On the 5th one, keep it up high. We're gonna do 5 hip lifts. You're just gonna lift your hip higher towards the ceiling and down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Whew. Before we switch sides, we're gonna flip so that we're in a plank with our feet elevated on top of the chair. So you're gonna be hands down on the mat, feet on the chair. You're gonna tuck your hips underneath you, keep your core tight, try to keep that back nice and flat, bottom squeezing, and you're gonna just pull your knees straight in and your other knee straight in. So you're gonna alternate, counting each one for 10. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, you guys. Now we're gonna switch and we're gonna do that side plank with that adductor squeeze. So again, adjust your chair where needed. Get that elbow down, top foot on top of the chair. And again, the easier version would just be foot on the ground and that bottom leg is gonna be lifting. But we'll do it up here on the chair. So you're here, you're gonna lift and lower. Hand can be reaching to the ceiling, hand can be behind your head, whatever, hand can be on your hip, whatever you prefer. 3, 4. On this 5th one, you're gonna keep it up high. Then give me those 5 hip lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, good job. I'm gonna come back into that plank position with your feet on the chair. Hands flat on the mat. Feet up on the chair. Again, tuck your pelvis under, keep your core tight, squeeze your bottom. And you're gonna pull your knees out to the side and out to the side. Count each one for 10 again. Out to the side, you're trying to bring your knee in towards your elbow. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job, you guys. All right. We're gonna stand up. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is a pistol squat. So probably an exercise you've done before. What you're gonna do is you're gonna line up with your chair. So to make this easier, you'd get a higher chair. If you don't have a higher chair, you could put something like a pillow or something on it to give it a little more elevation. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna line up with the chair, make sure it's behind you. So if you wanna start sitting, you definitely can. Your options. One leg is gonna be reaching out in front of you. You're standing single leg, and you're gonna squat down to the chair and stand back up. We're gonna do 5 of these on each leg. Most important thing, when you're standing up, you're keeping weight in your heel and kind of on the outside of your foot. So I don't want that knee collapsing inward. So I want you to really focus on keeping your knee out the whole time. 3, 4, 5, and we'll switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Next thing you're gonna do, so you're still going to be facing away from the chair. We're gonna do a tricep dip. So your hands are gonna come on the front of the chair. Your legs are gonna be out in front of you. You're gonna have your hips lifted, and you're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades back. You're just gonna dip down and up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Finish with that, you're gonna face your chair now. And what we're gonna do is a step up. So you're gonna place one foot on top of the chair, and you're going to come up and back down. If you need to do this close to a wall to make sure you don't feel wobbly and falling down, that's fine. You can have a wall in front of you to kind of hold on to. 3, 4, 5, and switch legs. So right leg, same thing. Up high. Try not to touch your foot down like I just did if you can. So try to keep that back foot just hovering. Nice and controlled on your lower. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, okay. We got me sweating. And so our next thing, stay facing the chair. We're gonna do an elevated push-up. So you're gonna have your hands on the chair. You're gonna walk your feet back so you're in that good plank position again. And we're gonna try to do a tricep push-up. So you're gonna try to keep your elbows in nice and close to your sides. You're gonna lower down as low as you can go, and then lift back up. Really keep that pelvis tucked, that core tight, bottom squeezing the whole time. 5 of these, that's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Come back up. We're gonna flip the chair now so that we have the backrest there. It's just gonna be there kind of if we need it for support. So we'll have it, if it's on our left side, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop up, we're gonna have heels together, toes apart to start. We're gonna lift up onto our tippy toes. So if you need to kind of hold on to the chair for balance, use that left hand to hold onto the chair. You're gonna stay up on your tippy toe on your left foot, and what you're gonna do is your right leg is gonna come, so your toe is pointing straight forward, and you're gonna kick out to the side and in. Out to the side and in. So I don't want you going so far that you feel like you have to hinge from your body. It's all from the hip. I'm gonna do 10 of these. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, whoop, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're gonna stay up high on that tiptoe, and we're gonna do a kick back now. So a little hip extension. So you're just gonna kick straight back behind you and forward. Again, don't go so far that you have to move your trunk. So your trunk stays upright. It's all from the hip. It's just a little glute. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're gonna switch sides. So you can just flip that chair over to the other side. Again, chair's there for support. Lift up onto those tiptoes. Stay on that right tiptoe. That left foot's gonna lift off. Toe stays pointing forward. You're just gonna kick out to the side and back in, all from the hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're gonna do that hip extension. So you're just kicking it straight back. Your toe is still pointing straight in front of you, but parallel. But you're still up on that right tippy toe as well. Kick straight back and forward for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. Good job, you guys. All right, that's all for our chair workout for today. You did great. If you feel like you need more, go ahead and repeat the class. That's why we kept the reps pretty low. So good job.